Gotta dream big, gotta dream big. Gotta dream big, gotta dream big. Gotta dream big, gotta dream big. Gotta dream big.
Who will stop me? What's going on, y'all? I'm Paul. I go by DrinkChampSports. I'm bringing to you Dream Big podcast. I'm sitting here at the AAA Arena where a couple weeks ago the BIG3 League was arrived. Now this is something special. I was able to create a great episode with one of my favorite players playing in the BIG3. This is something special to me. This is my dream big moment. They all started last year with the Drink Champs when my brothers NORE and EFN sat down with Ice Cube and he explained his vision of the BIG3 League and how he was going to bring it to fruition.
For those who didn't know what the BIG3 is.
The BIG3 is professional 3-on-3 basketball played by retired NBA players.
But I'm hearing it's a full court?
Half court.
Oh, half court, okay.
Half court 3-on-3.
Okay.
And you know how when dudes play 3-on-3, it get rough in there. So so we gonna have dudes going hard.
But you coaching, you ain't playing,
No, I ain't
right?
coaching at all.
Oh, no.
I'm just a founder.
Oh, okay.
We gonna have pros. It's for pros. It ain't for. This ain't no celebrity game.
Last year, season 1, they didn't come to Miami. So we was a little bit skeptical on why not come to Miami. It's one of the biggest cities in the world. But then season 2, they made it to the MIA. So I was lucky, my dream big moment, I was able to document this BIG3 event Friday night in the MIA, AAA Arena, my hometown. This is what we do. So I want to say this is a special episode. We're bringing it to you. Shout out to the Ricky Davis Brothers Produce for doing something great with the Ricky Davis Legacy Foundation. And I want to say one more thing. Three-headed monsters, second seeded in the playoffs. We're going into Dallas next week. And we're gonna make it work. Killer Threes, Metal War Peace, Ron Artez, that's my brother, salute. Shout out to everybody that's a part of that whole movement. One more thing, episode 3 is something special. So I want you guys to really understand where we're bringing it to you live from the MIA 305. Shout out to the Bigs, Terrence in Chicago, salute baby. Shout out to my man Danny Luciano that joined with me in this great event. So without further ado, I want to present to you episode 3, BIG3.
Into this thing, and there's going to be more and more basketball, to be played.
From the first year to now, it's amazing. The first year was great. We sold out a lot of cities, but to be able to come to cities like Miami this year, cities like Oakland, and still have great crowds and almost sell out. I think it's great, and a lot of people didn't know what this league was going to be like. Because they know guys was going to compete, these guys are going to be in great shape. Well, a lot of these guys, to me, can still play in the NBA. A lot of guys here. And a lot of guys still love the game. So the competition is the same as it would be if we were in the NBA. So the league has been great, and it's given a lot of guys opportunity to play again that love the game like myself. So we're going to come out and play this game just like we were in the NBA, play just as hard and respect it the same way. And I think that's because that's how we grew up playing. We didn't grow up hiring a guy that played baseball. Now he's a basketball trainer, and now he's teaching us basketball. We didn't grow up like that. We grew up playing on the blacktop. We grew up just playing basketball. So, and it was physical basketball. You got knocked down on the concrete, you got up, and that's how I'm teaching my son. I'm not teaching my son how they playing today. I want him to go back to the essence of learning the game from where it was started. And that's how we play out there on the BIG3. BIG3 has a lot of blacktop in it. And a lot of blacktop physicality. And I think all the guys that's in this league, we're used to playing like that, so it's really nothing to us.
You only play 8 games over the course of the season and 2 playoff games. So every game, proportionate to the percentages, looms big. You can't take anything for granted, even when you have a lead on a team. And we had a pretty big lead.
The captain for Power, 6'6", down to 2, number 50, Corey McKinney.
let me say something about Birdman. You watched the game. There were times that he was on Harrington. There was times that he was on Rashad McCants. There was times he was on James White. That's the beauty of this man's game. He could play any position at any time. We have 100% confidence in him. And he's the ultimate teammate. Guys want to play with this guy, and we're lucky to have him.
Okay, y'all can't be talking too nice about me.
Okay, I will not.
I'm not used to that. You know, mess your image up. Yeah.
This is Dream Big Podcast. This is DrinkChampSports. It's Paul here. We got an exclusive for you. This is something that's special. This is something that Miami can only bring us. Shout out to the Big 3 League. Shout out to Ice Cube bringing us. And the one and only, we got Ricky Davis in the house sitting down with us. Ricky Davis, salute to you. Thank you for making time for us. We know you're a busy person. There's a lot to talk about, and we want to take full advantage of the opportunity.
Man,
Welcome.
I appreciate it. Thanks for Paul having me. Dream Big, everybody. I appreciate you.
This moment right here, I want to say where the Dream Big stage is set is where we have the athletes, the entrepreneurs, the most elite, and those that are rising to become something better. So Dream Big sets the stage where you can speak on what your trials and tribulations have been. It's not one of those documentaries where we're gonna all break down. This is more of a calm effort. This is more of a relaxed effort. You know, if you want stats, if you want who scored the highest percentage last night, there's other networks for that. You know, we gotta respect that for setting the ground stage.
Yes, sir.
But for Dream Big, this is more of a, what's your Dream Big moment? Where were you when you started? Where did you develop into the athlete that you are now? Or a step behind that? Where did you come from?
Well, first of all, I was born in Las Vegas, Nevada. Okay. Moved to Chicago, about 10 years old, and started from there. You know, growing up in the rough city, south side of Chicago. Always had my dream big. You know, my dream big was get out the city and never come back.
Were there any gang affiliations?
Oh yeah, streets? You know, GD's, Vice Lords, everybody everywhere.
Were there anybody, may I say, were there anybody in your family or neighborhood related to that? Like
definitely,
involved?
The whole family. The whole family was GD's, and the neighborhood was GD's. So, you know, growing up, that's the culture you had to live. You know, or get beat up, or get your Jordans took. You know, either one. So you know, you kind of had to adapt to it.
It's real. It's real.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. My closest brothers are Puerto Rican. They're from Chicago.
Okay.
And they tell me the same story.
Same thing.
Shout out to Edwin, Hector, and Orlando. they real about it, and it sounds the same.
Yeah, same thing. You got to be ready. You know, it's that city, and then you know. So my dream big is my testimony to be my test to some of these young guys.
Right. So you relate. You can relate. You can expose them to what you dealt with.
Definitely.
And it's a proven fact that you can make it.
Definitely.
You can take that leap forward and step to it.
Yeah.
So in Chicago, is that where you also started playing basketball?
Well, I actually started playing baseball first.
Okay.
You know, and from Chicago, my mom and them moved us out the city. She moved us to Iowa. She seen how hard it was. So, you know, my high school years, I spent my high school years in Iowa, and that's where I started playing basketball.
Oh, so you
my
actually...
My family played basketball already, but baseball was my first love. So my father playing basketball every day, I think I kind of just shied away from it a little bit and picked it up at a later age.
Were you always tall?
Yeah, I probably hit my growth spurt about 7th grade.
That question is funny. I'll tell you why. Because you always see one kid that might be 5'5".
Yeah.
And then the guy sitting next to him is 6'2".
Yeah.
Like, are you supposed to play basketball because you're tall? You know?
It just depends on your athletic ability.
Exactly.
You know, some guys are tall, but they're not athletic at all. So
right. They got two left feet and two left hands.
2 left feet, 2 left hands. You know, can't catch, can't shoot. So it's not for them. You know, but me being big, you know, I was the biggest guy in my school.
Okay.
Biggest feet, biggest everything. So it turned out good for me.
So when you were a young Ricky Davis,
Yeah.
were you and playing baseball? Were you like already hitting stride? Were you like all county? Were the good and the bad? Did you get the gang affiliation coming to the games? Like, was that whole interaction different for you?
Well, after my mom moved us out of Chicago, you know, all that stopped.
Okay.
You know, and it was straight sports from there.
Iowa.
Yeah, it gave me a chance to actually get focused on the right things and participate in the right groups.
Exactly.
You know, so I think that's the most important thing for the young generation, just being a part of something good. You know, whether it's
the team,
you know,
the
camaraderie, the camaraderie, the discipline. You know, whatever you got to go through. You know, the constructive criticism, everything builds that character. So
now athletes do speak on hard work and dedication, and then there's some that have that natural born talent.
Mm-hmm.
Where were you at that point?
Both. You
Okay.
know, I seen my father work. You know, playing basketball. You know, he was gifted, but he worked hard. So
Okay.
me just being natural gifted, you know, I was athletic already. So
you were cocky.
Yeah, not cocky, but
Okay.
I was for real. You know, I just
You were a
my
threat.
game was cocky. You know,
And it showed, brother.
Yeah,
and it showed.
for sure.
I thank you as a basketball fan.
Yeah.
Seeing you come out of Iowa,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this guy's gonna be a monster. And then when you went to Cleveland,
Yeah.
your first years in the NBA, it was like, this guy's the truth,
That
and
was
it
it.
showed, and it showed. But let me not get too far ahead.
Yeah.
So now you're in high school.
So now in high school, and you know, that's when I became All-American.
Yes.
You know, playing everywhere, all over the world.
Were you in the
AAU
McDonald's game?
program. No, I didn't make it to the McDonald's game, and I think that kind of is set with me, you know, throughout my whole career.
Can I hold you right there
Yeah.
for 1 second? So with everything working up with your career, with your, let's say, high school career building, and you don't get the McDonald's ticket, can you explain a little bit on how that affected you, where it became a learning process, or it was a distraction?
Well, just me growing up, you know, in Chicago and then moving to Iowa.
Okay.
I was a small city anyway, so you know, I had to earn everything anyway.
Nothing was given to you.
Nothing was given to me. Nobody knew who this Iowa guy is. They actually used to get Idaho mixed up with Iowa.
Right.
You know, I say, no potatoes, man. It's the corn. You know.
Right.
You know, me growing up, I had to go earn it anyway. So
Right.
me not making it to the McDonald's All-American, it didn't do nothing but just set that fire for me to, you know, go harder. And
Were you familiar with any other participants?
Definitely, I knew them all.
Okay.
Tracy McGrady, Lamar Odom,
Right.
I knew all those guys. Baron Davis, I knew them all. So I got invited to the Magic Johnson game instead.
There
so
you
they
go.
had the Magic Johnson and the McDonald's game.
Similar crowd.
Similar crowd, same people, same guys. So I didn't get invited to that, but I got invited to that. So I ended up taking MVP of the Magic Johnson
Woo.
game, yeah, over Tracy McGrady. So
That's right.
and that year Tracy McGrady got drafted to the league. So
Okay.
that inspired me a lot.
That's
was like my dream big.
Dream Big
Yeah,
moment part
that
one.
was it right there.
We could say the Dream
Yes,
Big
sir.
moment. I
That
thank
set
you for
the
that.
fire.
So as now you're stepping into the University of Iowa, was that acceptance letter? Did you receive other offers or?
Yeah, I could have went everywhere.
Anywhere you want.
UCLA,
Which is a
Arizona.
blessing in its own.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I had over 100, 200 letters recruiting.
Now, are you looking through each one, or you saw one that you saw?
I'm looking at the label. I'm looking at the school. Throw it away. I'm just looking for big schools after a while. You know, when you get your first 15, 20 letters, you look at all of them. You read everyone. But after a while, you know, you get so many of them. You're just looking for that big title. You know,
and you deserve it.
Yeah, for sure.
But would you tell us, let's say, aspiring athletes to do the same? Go for the big name only? Or?
Well, after you get those other letters, you get them all. You get all the little letters first. So,
right.
you know, after you get all the little letters,
You can't jump on them.
Yeah, you're gonna get the big letters no matter what. So, you know, I inspire them to work hard enough till you get those big letters. You know, but some guys never get those big letters. You just got to take what you get.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you chose to stay home.
I chose to stay close to homes and go to Iowa.
And become a Hawkeye.
I actually chose Iowa because I figure if I go to UCLA or Arizona, it'll be a couple guys with my same talent, and my goal was to get drafted.
Right.
So my goal wasn't to play college basketball or be a college star. my goal was
to get drafted.
My dream big was to get drafted.
There you go.
Yeah.
So now you're a University of Iowa Hawkeye.
Yeah.
And I have to take this moment to give love to my Hawkeye alumni friend Rashard Carter.
Yeah.
He played football for Hawkeye.
Shout out to the Hawks.
And it was a good connection there.
Yeah.
So now we're at this point as a college student. You know, education is important.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing your schoolwork. You're doing your game. You're getting ready to take it to the huge level.
Mm-hmm.
But were there any distractions at that moment, let's say with family or friends, or inspiration that held you to move on to the next level, or you were ready to go?
Well, not really. You know, my mother and father were a very big part of my life. You know, having my mother and father was like my foundation.
Right.
So, you know, they helped me make the right decisions.
They're with you all the way.
It was a focused goal. You know, we had goals, we had dreams, and you know, we had pros and we had cons. You know, so having that father figure in my house was my stronghold. So,
were there any bumping heads with?
No. He was the lion. He was the king, man. So, you know, and I respected that.
Right.
Or he'll let you know.
Exactly.
You know, my father was bigger and better than me till I was 20-some years old. So
which dictates a lot.
Yeah. So you know, you ain't
upbringing.
just gonna run up on them or talk like you want to. You know, and nowadays you don't have a lot of father figures in the house, and you know, you're getting a lot of stuff. So
That's right.
you're getting a lot of mothers raising these single kids, and it's tough.
Which deserve their own respect.
Yeah, so
but
it's a lot in it. So having my father figure in them, I knew what I wanted, and I knew that I was going into the league. So I seen Tracy McGrady come out of high school from the McDonald's game, and I thought about coming out of high school, but I was just a little farm Iowa boy.
So was that a decision you made on your own?
So I decided to wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is at point smart.
Good. It's good because they had a lot of guys coming out. Bibbies, you know, all the KGs and all the Paul Pierce, and there was a lot of names coming out.
Now, see, that is a lot of names. That is a lot of talent. So you, hypothetically speaking, would you think you would have been lost in that mix?
Well,
or was it definitely a smart move for you to stay?
It was a smart move to stay back, get a more experience, you know, because coming out of high school, I was the biggest guy on the court. I played center, you know, so I wasn't like the new generation now playing guards.
Right,
you know, these guys playing guards at their position, big guards, big centers, dribbling the ball.
Point.
So I was a center. So, you know, my back was to the basket. So me going to college that one year actually transformed me from being a center to a guard.
Okay.
So it definitely helped me with that experience.
That was
a big move for me.
That was a great adjustment.
Yeah, that was a
and
big
you were
move
able
for
to
me.
sink into that a lot smoother.
Yes, sir.
And take it in.
Yeah. It went
Okay,
good.
so now let's get to the point where draft day. Did you know where you were going? Or does it work that way? Am I not familiar with it?
It does. You know, having an agent, you know, when you have an agent, you work out for these teams. You go to the combine draft, and
did you go through a couple agents, or one was?
I had one agent, Arn Tellum. I had the best agent, one of the best agents. Yeah,
because I hear stories where you have to juggle a couple of them before you find.
Well, I went through all of them. Matter of fact, I went through 4 or 5 different agents. Master P, different ones, Jeff Swartz, and I went through a lot. So, you know, like I say, my testimony can be a test for some of these guys.
Definitely.
On what not to do, and you know how to stick with the right people. So, you know, me coming out, getting drafted, you kind of did these workouts so you actually knew where you were going to get drafted. 2 or 3 teams, you know, and if this team picks somebody, you'll probably go with the next team. So I kind of knew I was going from 10 to the 2nd round. So, you know, came up 21st pick, dream come true.
Dream come true.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, going into that city where they say it's a lot of disappointment.
Yeah.
The Cleveland Browns, you know,
well,
the
I got
Indians.
drafted to Charlotte. To Charlotte first.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Got drafted to Charlotte first, 21st.
And I should have known that.
Yep.
I should have known that because Charlotte
but
Hornets
Cleveland
was one of my favorite
good days, though. That was my power days.
That was your get buckets days.
Yeah, that was my coming out days.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So Charlotte went first. Cleveland went.
And then Cleveland.
And then, but in Charlotte, you actually were playing with Mourning?
Yep, I was playing with Alonzo Mourning, Anthony Mason, rest in peace, Anthony Mason.
Yeah, rest in peace, Anthony Mason.
You know, Bobby Fields, rest in peace, Bobby Fields.
Wow.
David Wesley, Derek Coleman. You know,
Derrick Coleman's the man.
I had those old school guys, you know.
So they were your veterans.
Yeah, those are my vets. So
were there any funny stuff going
on?
on?
Oh man,
the jokes are always endless.
It's all kind of stuff that's going on with those.
We won't get into that because we don't need to put anybody in under the bus.
I mean, you know, living that life, it's just it's good.
So when it gets to the point, because I saw a interview where you were at the table, but everybody was discussing, let's say, LeBron James coming in as a rookie. I don't really want to get there because this stage is set for you. We're exploring. But how were you as a veteran? Did you put them around your shoulder?
Yeah.
Or did you smack them inside the head and say, get my bags? Like,
yeah.
Is that process fun?
You do both.
That process is fun?
Yeah, it's fun. And then especially to somebody like that of that stature.
Right.
You know, to have King James carrying my bags as a rookie.
Right.
You know, it was great.
Do you sneak in like a bowling ball in there just to be a little heavier?
No, you just throw 2 more bags in there, you know. No, but man, he was a great rookie, man. He knew he was good.
Can your vets say that about you? You were a great rookie?
I was a great rookie.
Awesome.
Yeah, whatever they needed, I was there. You know, whether it was donuts, bags, condoms, whatever they needed, late nights, calls, whatever they needed, I was there.
So you were out 2 in the morning running the Dunkin' Donuts?
Yeah, I was ready though. I was ready.
Now let me ask you this. It's always known that professional athletes travel. What's a good and a positive? It might be a regular question, but what's the good and the positive of traveling? Does it bring you down? Do you get tired? Do you want to not fly every other night?
Yeah. And you mean during the season?
Yeah, basically. Because the NBA season is one of the longest seasons.
I mean, I love it. It was built for me.
Okay.
You know, and a guy, like I said, I didn't pick up bad habits going to college too much and different kind of things. So when I got into the league, I got drafted at 17 years old.
Wow.
So I was the 3rd youngest, still to this day, ever
in
to
the
be
NBA.
drafted in the NBA.
That's what's up.
My lifestyle was NBA, you know, and 82 games was nothing for me. I worked out every day, every second. I was a hard worker though, so my hard work kind of helped me adapt to playing 82 game seasons.
Right.
You know, some people got 82 game seasons, but they know they're only gonna play 50, 60 games.
That must be tough.
It's tough, but they know they're gonna do it just because they're lazy and they're just their me.
But you were full throttle.
I'm playing all day, every day.
That's a great testament to working out and being dedicated and disciplined.
Yeah.
So 82 games for 12, 13 seasons?
Well, I did 82 games, probably 6 seasons.
Oof.
All 82 games. I think the other season, I think I had the record behind KG with like 200-300 games. Not
Straight.
missed. Yeah, straight.
Wow.
I think KG had the most, and then I was like under him.
Yeah, KG's like a machine.
Oh, he's a machine, man. That's where I first realized what hard work is.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. So it was with It wasn't with the Mornings or the Colemans and Charlotte.
Well, those guys work hard too.
Because Morning is a beast
Those
himself.
guys work hard too, but KG, it was every second, every minute, every practice, every shot, every film, everything you can think of.
Now, where did you get the name Get Buckets?
Oh man,
was that inspired? Was that you?
That was me.
Fun.
Yeah,
Okay.
just getting buckets. You know,
nonstop.
I just got buckets, man, and that was just something I learned to do was just score.
And then the other nickname, the Wrong Way
Rick.
That was fun.
That was in my moment.
That was fun. If
now
anybody
everybody
ever
trying to
knows
get triple doubles now. So
you know what's funny? Let's just say at that time in the NBA, some did get to that part, some did get to that moment, but for an individual player at that moment in your brain, you know, it's somewhere where you want to reach. You want to have your name next to a triple double.
Yeah.
So nobody can say that was something selfish, but it was a great entertainment for the sport.
It was great entertainment, you know, and like I say, I got drafted at 17, so you know, me able to make those
being a kid from
hands-on experience, hands-on mistakes, you know, it was good for me. You know, me chasing the triple double is good, you know, always. So, but you know, doing it in the wrong ways, you know.
Well, the pace of the game has changed as well.
Definitely.
I always have to state how we consider Larry Bird a legend.
Yeah.
His name is Larry Legend.
Larry Legend.
Now, in his entire career, even though it was cut short, he's made 600 plus threes as a total.
Right.
I'm saying this to prove a point. And then Steph Curry, in the last 3-4 years alone, is over 900. Like that math is nuts.
It's nuts.
So the pace of the game
It's speeding up.
exactly. So let's just say a Ricky Davis in your prime, where you were running 82 games,
Yeah.
triple doubles would have been easy.
Oh yeah.
Triple doubles would
That'd
have
been
come
nothing.
easy.
You know, it's a rhythm, and the game speeding up. Guys getting freedom of movement.
Exactly.
You know, back in the day, Larry
It was-
couldn't actually go get triple doubles because he got a guy riding him out of bounds the whole time. You know, so
Literally.
it was different. You know,
Right,
if
right,
Larry
right.
played in these days or Jordan played in these days, they would destroy it.
What team, let's say, would be? Do you play fantasy basketball?
A little bit.
Who do you put? Do you put 4 Ricky Davises and one more other athlete, or like who would be your team?
Well, you know, it's kind of fantasy football, fantasy basketball. It's kind of like being a GM of a team.
Yes.
You know, you gotta have those players mixed together to
So you
get
have
you the
fun.
right points. You
Right.
know, so you know, I would love to put 4 Ricky Davises in, but that might not win the game. You know,
Right,
everybody
right.
gonna shoot that thing, so
Yeah,
nobody
no-
gonna
there'll
play
be no
defense.
reads.
You know,
There'll be a lot of shot attempts, no rebounds.
So you know, you got to put the mix together playing that fantasy football, fantasy
Okay.
basketball.
Now let's take it back a notch. You as an athlete, as a fan of the sport, wanting to become involved in what's going on. What's your experience on the dunk competition? How did that work out for you?
Man.
Did they say automatically, Ricky, you're in, or did you like have to sign up or something?
Well, they did ask me if I wanted to be in. You know,
And you
they
were in
go
more than
find
one.
all the dunkers. Yeah, I was in like 3 of them.
Okay.
Yeah, so L.A. and Oakland, Atlanta. I was in Philly. Maybe 4 of them.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, the greatest one was with Vince Carter, of course. And,
Right.
You know, I was going out representing Bobby Fields that year. So
That's a 13.
Yeah,
You had the 13
yes,
band.
sir.
I remember.
So that was fun for me.
That was
it.
awesome. That was
Yeah,
awesome.
It was a good highlight for me.
And do you have fun with it now? Like, do you go back on some?
Well, nowadays it looks kind of weak now. You know, they
Yeah?
got these different dunks and.
Well, no,
they
not
look-
comparing it to what's going on now.
Yeah.
Just you as a self, you know.
Oh, going out doing it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And looking back at it, like, do you judge yourself? I could have done that, or there was some, because everybody always says that.
Yeah.
But you were throwing them up. You were doing the double pump backwards. Like, I remember it.
Mm-hmm.
And for me as a fan, I had to be like, yo, this guy's a monster.
Yeah.
But as you're the guy.
Uh-huh.
Like, were you there, or do you still go there mentally, or not?
I mean, I go there all the time. You know, I loved it. I did everything I could. You know, if I didn't have Vince going in front of me, I probably would have won. You know, but
He's a freak of
the
nature.
guy's a
also.
monster, and
Yeah.
it was just good for me being a part of it.
Right.
You know, it was my dream. You know, just being in the dunk contest, being there competing, whether I won or not. You know, just going out there having fun.
Okay,
You
now
know, most people want to win and stress them out, but it's just having fun, man.
well, that whole weekend is fun.
That whole weekend's fun.
And the stage,
Partying,
there's no
you
other
know,
big
hanging out
stage
with
that
your
I
guys.
consider except an All-Star weekend and a dunk competition
Yeah.
stage. So do you leave there, kids are going crazy? Do you sign like 1 million autographs, pictures?
Yeah.
That's the moment.
It is.
That's
You
the
got
moment.
all kind of fans all over the world, you know, coming in just to see that weekend. So you definitely take the time for the fans and, you know, have fun with them and
Okay.
you know, let them engage in you.
Now let me ask you. I'm gonna be. I have to rep Miami.
Yeah.
You know, we're in Miami right now. If we didn't mention that before, we're in South Beach.
Yeah.
Charlotte, Cleveland, Boston, Miami.
Mm-hmm.
How fun was Miami compared to those other markets or teams?
Oh, Miami's wonderful.
You have to say it.
Man, it's beautiful.
It's electric.
It's like a paid vacation. You know.
To
Just-
work and to have fun.
But you know you're gonna work coming to Miami.
Definitely.
You know, with the head of the horse over there, Pat Riley. You know, I actually was able to play for Pat Riley before, and then come back play for him a second time. So it's just great being out here in Miami. First class, they treat you first class, grade A. You know, from the plane, from the food, from
Yes,
the family
yes.
they treat you well. So
that was,
you know,
we
South
were
Beach-
happy.
South Beach is amazing.
When the word came out, Ricky Davis was coming to Miami, we were happy.
We was happy.
I have
yeah.
to say it. Of course, you know, you have your favorites,
Yeah.
but Ricky Davis to me was somebody that was hard nosed. That I could sit down and speak with.
Yeah.
Some other players, it's not that they're in the upper echelon level.
Mhm.
It's not that they're super spoiled. They carry themselves differently.
Yeah, they do.
But somebody like a Ricky Davis, somebody like a like a Larry Johnson,
Yeah.
you could talk to somebody
Talk
like
to
that
'em.
and feel that.
Yeah.
And that to me is always a blessing. That to me is always extra as a fan.
Man, I appreciate that.
So
Paul.
from the fan seats,
Yeah.
Ricky,
Yeah.
you know, and it's fun.
It's fun, yeah.
Is that something that your kids are dealing with?
You know, my kids love it. I got 5 kids.
I got 6.
Yeah, for sure.
Congratulations.
Yes, sir. That's good work. You know, so you can't make kids watching TV, people. But you know, it's just a blessing, you know, and it's a blessing, you know, for the kids to be able to see me doing the stuff with the foundation. And
Yes, let's get right
interacting
into
with
that.
the
Let's get right into
fans.
that.
You know, just being able to see a fan smile. You know, I play with a bunch of guys that.
Well, before you get started, what's the foundation? What's your name? That's another Dream Big part of this, where not that we know who you are and know about you and appreciate everything as an athlete.
Yeah.
Now you're mature. Now you're an entrepreneur. Now you're taking it to the foundation. So, what is it called? And can you speak on it?
Well, the foundation is the Ricky Davis Legacy Foundation.
Right.
You know, it used to just be the Ricky Davis Foundation, but I
Okay.
changed it to the Legacy Foundation because I want everybody and every kid, every new generation to know, you know, you got to live your legacy, no matter what you do, sports, entertainment, or, you know, just being a
The
good
living of the
father,
moment
just
is fine, but the
living in
legacy.
moment, but the legacy is where it's all at, you know. And if you live in a legacy, that means you're doing everything you're supposed to do.
So what have you done? I understand from the moments.
Ooh, yeah.
I understand that you're giving back to the community, and what is special about that, and how does that come together? Are you alone? Do you have a staff? How did you meet your staff?
Yeah.
Did you special recruit them? Like, how is that special moment giving back?
Well, actually, the Legacy Foundation staff is my wife, my mother, my father,
There you
and
go.
my brother, and the kids. You know,
Everybody plays a part.
everybody plays a part, and we've been doing it for 12 years now.
Awesome.
We have no outside staff yet, you know, so hopefully we can grow and grow. And,
But you know what? That's special.
yeah, it
That's-
is.
that
It's
is-
hands-on. It's special, and you know, it never gets to where we're not seeing what's going on.
It's
So,
a unified movement.
Yeah, it is.
And I salute that.
Yeah,
I congratulate
appreciate
you on that, because other people want to use it as a write-off.
Right. Exactly.
Just cause.
Yep.
I have a name, I'm gonna set a foundation, organization, charity event, and it's a write-off.
Yep.
But when your family's involved, that's heart. That's blood.
It is.
That's a unified movement. So
It's
that's
important.
awesome.
It's
So the
important.
Ricky Davis Legacy Foundation, for y'all that don't know about it, look into it, support it, follow it.
Follow it. It's RickyDavisLegacyFoundation.org. You know, check us out. You know, we're doing all kind of stuff all the time, from mentoring groups, dinners and stuff for underprivileged families, children, women.
It's accessible to
Sports
everybody.
camps, yeah, successful for everybody. We raise money for research on diabetes, helping kids get their insulin pumps. You know,
Wow.
they can't
Okay,
afford the
okay.
insulin
I
pumps.
didn't know that part.
Yeah, it's costs $5,000 to $10,000 for insulin pumps that insurance don't cover. So
You like water?
yeah. So that the insurance don't cover. So you know, we help them with that. So we just did a big golf tournament down in Houston.
Oh,
for
yes.
diabetes. You know, my mother, my father, my grandmother, everybody had diabetes. So we're actually trying to change the generational curse of diabetes, and you know, diet and health is one of them.
So let's. I definitely want to keep going on that, but I want to say, is it benefiting you that now you're also part of the Big 3?
Yeah.
Where you're able to go around these different cities and use that as a tool for your Legacy Foundation, or was it on your schedule anyway?
It was on the schedule anyway.
Okay.
You know, we like to go back to every city I played in and do something good. You know, whether it's sports camps,
Right.
or dinners or golf events. You know, we're doing that anyway. But you know, shout out to Ice Cube for
There you go.
putting this thing together.
Yeah, Ice Cube.
He's touched so many lives and so many
And beyond,
so
and
many
generations.
different generations. And you know, like with basketball, I think is the only profession that they just kind of throw their workers away. You know, after you play the NBA, you're gone.
That's
you're
funny.
trash.
That's funny
You're
you say
nothing.
that.
You know,
I have to
so-
take this opportunity where I usually do, and I give a salute and a shout out to my brothers EFN and Nori on the
Yeah.
Drink Champs podcast, because that's the same thing Nori said. I'll insert this for 1 second and give it right back to you. Where hip hop is the only genre of music
Right.
where after 10 years you're old school.
Gone.
You're even the new school rappers don't give respect to the old school rappers to an extent. Where rock and roll and country, those guys are touring, 60, 70 years old. Those guys are touring,
70, 80.
So hip hop has that same similar effect. Maybe that's why NBA and hip hop go hand in hand.
Yeah, it is.
Don't worry about the sound. We live in Miami. There's a fire alarm going along, but we're safe. Ricky Davis is safe. He's not getting injured.
So yeah, to hit on that, man, it's big and it's important. You know that Cube did that, and you know, like you got doctors and lawyers. They do their career forever. You know, general contractors, they do their job forever.
And this is safe to say that it's not that anybody else is not doing anything past their career, but Cube has given everybody
a platform.
An extra door to open.
Yes.
You're doing your thing, but this door opens. It's Big3. It's a level Ice Cube, who is a Drink Champs alumni because he was on the podcast. But now you're a co-captain.
Yeah.
You're with the Ghost Ballers. Now you're an integral part of this movement.
Right.
And it's only season 2.
That's it. It's only season 2. It's getting bigger. You know, Adidas is covering it.
So are you having fun lacing up your sneakers again?
Oh man, I'm definitely having fun.
I saw the game, Ricky. You killing it.
I'm having fun with it, man, and it's a blessing, you know. And like you said, just having Ice Cube put this on, you know, every city we go to now, we're gonna use the Big 3 as a good way.
Of course.
We're coming to your city, and you know, we're on it media-wise, hitting the hospitals and visiting children at the hospitals. And
that's excellent.
So, yeah,
I think it's smart that it's not too long of a season either.
Yeah, it is.
Because you guys are able to maneuver in and out the cities, and then when the season ends, since it's not necessarily that long, you guys can just come back. It's a rotating situation.
Yep. It's not too long. Don't beat up your body. Half court.
How is that half court?
It's fun.
Does it bring you back to Iowa?
It's different.
Does it bring you back to Chicago?
Definitely bring you back to those
because the rules are insane. The 14-second shot clock. Are you attempting fours already?
I'm shooting a few.
There you go.
You know, that's a deep ball, boy.
It is.
Got to have your satellite for that one. But
it's fun.
It's great, man. It's great. It's great. It's great to be a part of it. In every city, giving back to, you know, most of these cities I played in, a lot of them, Boston, Miami, just a lot of places I played. So me giving back to the cities, and it's dope to see.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to take this opportunity to say thank you for sitting down with us. We can go on for hours, but you know, we have to prove a point where Dream Big podcast is setting the stage for exploiting the good, the foundations, the organizations, you as an individual, you as a person of the community that is an athlete, that was an athlete, that is still an athlete, and moving on forward to the future. So I want to say thank you again, Ricky Davis. If you can give your all your social medias, your contacts, your foundations again, what's coming up next? You're in Miami.
Yeah.
So, you know, that event is dynamic.
Yeah.
And then the next city is coming up.
Definitely. Like I said, you can catch us at the RickyDavisLegacyFoundation.org. My Instagram's Tricky12. Check me out. Follow me. We're gonna be here in Miami Friday the 20th, starting at 7 p.m. We'll be knocking off the Big 3. Earlier that day at 9 a.m. we'll be hitting Camilla houses and a couple different other homeless embankments.
Right.
You know, we hooked up with Brothers Produce. You know, shout out to Brothers Produce. They're Texas-based.
Okay.
So they're
traveling with you.
Everywhere we go, we do the produce, bananas. You know, because the homeless don't get their nutrition every day. So our foundation is real big on nutrition. So, like I said, you know, we want to change the generational curse of diabetes and cancer. And it's in the health. It's in the nutrition. It's what we eat.
It's true.
So I want to, you know, shout out to that. You know, you guys.
Are you doing any camps in Miami now or soon?
Definitely.
Because I have a son that I need him to get going.
In the future,
okay.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We're actually going to be. You can hit the website probably in the next month or two. We're going to have the campsites on there.
We're going to get all that information
for the whole
down.
year for the season. So we're getting ready for it.
That is excellent.
A couple golf events that you guys can come out, hang out, and you know, shoot some golf. It's gonna be amazing.
Did everybody go to these golf events?
Most of the guys. You know, I had about over 10 to 15 guys at the golf event last year. This year in Houston. You know, we had the Gary Payton, Iceman, Bonzi. There's a bunch of guys.
I didn't even
out
speak
there.
on Iceman.
Yeah.
How is that? How is George
amazing.
Gervin as your coach?
That's amazing. You know, be with that guy, be in the Hall of Fame.
He's having fun. He's having
you know,
a blast.
Being able to listen to him and listen to what he has to say.
For those that don't know, George Gervin, Iceman, is the coach for the Ghost Ballers, and Ricky Davis is co-captain, Mike Bibby is co-captain, Carlos Boozer is co-captain. You know, shout out to everybody else on the team and everybody else in the league. But I just wanted to give a shout
definitely.
out to
Shout out to Gerv. You know, he started what we old school called a finger roll, what the new school called a jelly roll. So, you know, shout out to, you know, Gerv starting that jelly roll.
Definitely.
Yes, sir.
All right, this is Dream Big Podcast. This is DrinkChampSports. Paul here. We got Ricky Davis. He's chopped it up with us for a little bit. I want to salute that one more time. Ricky Davis Legacy Foundation. You know, look into it, support it, follow it. We're not going to stop. Dream Big Podcast is setting the stage for athletes, entrepreneurs to speak, to give us a lesson that we don't see on the TV and that we won't know about unless it's spoken about. Okay, salute, shout out. Ricky, you want to give any of your shout outs and then we're done?
Just shout out, you know, shout out to my foundation. And just shout out to everybody listening. Stay tuned. Paul's doing some big things here, man. Y'all stay tuned for him because it's going to get bigger and better.
Dream Big HipHop Podcast. Check us out. Stay tuned.
Ricky Davis.
Yes, sir.
Gotta dream big, gotta dream big. Gotta dream big, gotta dream big. Gotta dream big, gotta dream big. Gotta dream big.